Hola mi gente, hello everyone. If you're new here, I am Alphonsina, designer of minimal fashion and handmade goods. Check out my websites shopalphonsina.com and ladosimple.com for more info. In this video, which I am very excited about, I am going to be sharing some styling ideas, styling tips, styling suggestions that might be beneficial for you when you're putting your outfits together, organizing your closets, and all of that jazz. I really hope that you enjoy it because it's one of my favorite things to do as a minimal fashion designer. The first thing that I want to remind you when it comes to my studio, everything is pretty minimal, timeless, classy, and I don't know, there's something beautiful about simple, minimal things to me as a designer. The belief that I have as a designer is that less is more, hands down. I also have a mix of merch that I source for you and also my handmade goods. So let's start with the bag of the month that I already feature on my Instagram from some of the merch that I carry in my studio. So it's going to be this one right here. Look at this beauty. She is just the cutest thing, very lightweight. Well, kind of like medium light, I will say. Once you put your items in there, it's going to be slightly heavier. Right now I have her stuffed with some you know, the papers and stuff just to keep the shape of it. But even if you take it out, like, she is just so, I mean, look at these handles, like it's like a bridge. It's so cute. And then when you open this right here, you have two pockets in there. It has two pockets right here that you can put your keys and your glasses and your cell phone and all of that stuff. It also has another outside pocket right here that is a lot smaller, but you can still sit your cell phone standing like this outside if you just want to like grab it really quickly, or just, I don't know, like tickets or whatever you want to put in there, credit cards, cash. Then you open this up and you're gonna find a nice bag. It also comes with the handle for the shoulder if you want to do it that way. I absolutely love this little detail right here because this is like for your keys. It's attached to the lining and then you can just have your keys in there. You know how we're always like looking for our keys and stuff like that? Well, the solution is right here. And yeah, it's so spacious. It has two drop pockets on the inside and it also has another zipper pocket on the inside. So you have plenty of choices when it comes to the storage and how you want to organize your stuff in this bag. And let's talk about the color, let's talk about the texture. Just look at just a moment for the texture, and of course the colors. Neutral colors is really cool, even though you already know that my designs, the aesthetic of the way I conduct my fashion studio is very neutral. Black is my favorite color, gray, tan, white, and that family in there. Sometimes I do play with a pop of color, usually on the bottom part. I love me a pop of color sometimes when I want to kind of like jazz it up a little bit, or if I'm going to an event, or if I'm going to a new place or a new restaurant on vacation. Or on vacation, then I tend to play around just a dash with color. But for the most part, my way of integrating color in my designs and the way that I conduct my fashion studio is usually with the accessories, bags, sunglasses, jewelry, and all that stuff. So it's not that I am off color completely. It's just that I use them in small doses. So this one right here is just a beauty. It actually does come in different colors, and you can check my website to see the other choices that I have. It comes in orange, in blue, and I don't remember what other colors. You can check it out at shopalphonsina.com if you want to see the other options on this bag. But she is a beauty. It has those little legs in here. She will stand on business by herself. Here you have the little hooks so you can put your shoulder strap if you want to. But there is something about this bag that I think that I think it's just better to use it like this. You can actually put your hand just like that if you want to, you know, standing somewhere looking cute. She's just very practical. That's what I'm trying to say. Next, we go to the sunglasses. So the sunglasses of the month that I picked from the collection that I have here in my studio are these round ones. Look at these babies. I absolutely love a round shape. Like, the definition of coolness is to wear these sunglasses. Look at that. I don't want anybody telling me anything when I am wearing this. This is so cool, and I used to be round glasses chica for the longest time. When I used to live in the Dominican Republic, I had this pair of sunglasses that my dad got me, and they were like mirror type, you know, the one that has that color tint, and they were blue, like that tint color. I don't know how you say it, but they were blue on the outside, but it was just like black, like I can see black or whatever, but the tint on the sunglasses were blue, and the frame, I believe it was black. And you know, it was my dad. The fact that it was my dad that gifted me that, he was not very like a gift giver, but there were a few things that my dad got me, that it was that pair of sunglasses. I think there was one specific pair of shoes that I got from him that I loved, and like he got it because I wanted it, and bikini. He got me my first yellow bikini when I was like younger, and I was just feeling myself at a family trip that we took, and it was amazing. So these round sunglasses, they are, I mean, look at it, and the tint on this one is brown, so it is just so chic. I have no other word. It looks so elevated. So you can find them on my website. I do believe that it comes, I have this one in brown, and I also have them in black, if I'm not mistaken. So again, check out the website, because all of the choices are in there. So every month I'm gonna try to highlight just the items that I am picking to feature each month, and then we go into details in this video, but everything else is on the website. Even when you come to my studio, I only have so many displayed in here, and then if you're like, no, the one that I saw on the website was black, I want the black one, and then I just get it from my storage situation. So that is that for the sunglasses. So cute. Next, oh, actually, look at this cutie. You already know I love me a scrunchie. What is so special about the scrunchie? These are oversized. These are like extra large, and they also have a very, very nice heavy duty elastic on the inside. It's not one of those thin ones that is gonna die like in 2 seconds. Satin, 100% satin. It is poly satin. It's not like 100% silk on this, you know. I use natural fibers for my clothing. Right now I'm rocking this 100% cotton v-neck top and 100% wool pants. I don't play with my outfits. Natural fibers. But when it comes to the accessories, then I just use vegan leather. I use poly satin and things like that for the scrunchies, just because this is not gonna be doing any harm to your hair. Actually, it is suggested that you use like satin finishes for your hair. As of right now, I only have the scrunchies. I don't wanna do, for now, I don't wanna do like the head wrap before you go to bed. Because I am trying to figure out a way to make that very cute, because I am a believer that you have to go to bed looking amazing. There's something about it. There's something about it. Right now I'm doing the bandana wrap, and it's 100% cotton. I really don't want to keep using that because it takes the moisture out of your hair. So I'm just like working into like making something that is cute, whatever I'm finding on Amazon or online or other beauty websites, they are just not cute. They are not cute. Or maybe I just need to get me a wig and transform into my spirit lady. Like a pink aqua goddess at the end of the day. I don't know. But you do have to take care of your hair at night, and we're gonna talk about it in another video once I actually figure out a way of making a bed head wrap that looks cute in poly satin. In the meantime, you can find my scrunchies on the website. Right now I only have the neutral colors: white, tan, black, and gray, I believe, and chocolate brown as well. But this can be made in absolutely any color. I have access to almost any color locally in Phoenix. I don't even have to purchase this fabric online. So if you are interested in having handmade scrunchies for your bridesmaids, or on sports team for the little cheerleading girlies and things like that, then send me a request and we can talk about it. We can analyze how many scrunchies you need handmade, what colors, and the pricing, because this is like the cutest. I love, and they can put it on the wrist and all that kind of stuff. I find this very cute for gifting. So if you're interested, just go ahead and check it out. Another item that is from my handmade collection is my clutches and bags. I have a regular satchel style, kind of like a very tote bag, simple situation, very practical. Everything in my life has to be practical and cute, and timeless and chic and classic. So that's that. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that I don't enjoy that. I really enjoy everything that looks timeless and classy. So this clutch, look at it. It is so cute with the texture. This one I made a while back from my last collection of clutches that I made, and I only have 2 left. One is a solid black. It doesn't have the texture that this one does. It's just like a flat vegan leather black. And this one, because I am getting ready to make a new collection of bags pretty soon in different colors. The colors that I got are yummy. I cannot wait to finish those. And I am also going to be changing a few details. This one right now is 14 inches wide, like long this way, and then 8 inches deep. It has a top zipper right here, and you can have all that space in there to, like, your entire life can fit on this one. But I have come to realize that I would like to make them 2 inches smaller, because I want to add the little hooks in here to add a wrist strap and a shoulder strap. So that is something that I am trying to figure out, because I like to keep all of my custom accessories very reasonably priced. Not just my custom, even this. That's why I always like to have some extra merch in here, because my vendors, the pricing that they offer me makes sense for me to bring good prices to my clients when it comes to just accessories that I can have available in case you are looking for something, or you are missing something last minute for your events and your weddings and things like that, graduations, prom. Then I have accessories in here that you can, like, oh, Alphonsina, can I check that out? This is how much it is. My sunglasses are $25, and my bags, they start from $25 all the way to like $55 or $65. My custom ones are slightly more expensive, just because custom is custom. Materials in the US are not cheap, so unfortunately price is different when it comes to custom items. But I always like having merch like this available, so I can have different price range for my people. So yeah, this is the one right here. This one doesn't have the hooks for the shoulders, but when you touch this material, it is so nice. I mean, I made this to be worn, you know, like this, like an envelope, and it does the job. You can fit everything in here. You can fit a mini iPad, your phone, your keys, your sunglasses. Everything can fit in here if you don't want to have a bigger bag. You know, even if you are on vacation, you can just take this to dinner, or by the pool or whatever, and you can just have something small that you don't have to worry about carrying too many things or tending to bigger items when you're trying to relax. Another thing that I am introducing in my accessories and services for my studio is monogramming. So we can customize and personalize your items with the initials of you or your loved ones for a more chic gifting experience. Monogramming is always going to be that girl. I don't care what nobody has to say. That is the definition of chic, elevated, classy situation that you or anybody can experience. A personalized item, it can be the simplest thing, and if it has your initials in there, we're in business. Next is earrings. Right now I'm using some earrings that I got actually from Target, but I do have my handmade earrings. Very simple. Again, I try to use wood and glasses, not glasses, glass beads in my jewelry, because I rarely use like plastic things, but sometimes they are like so cute that I cannot help myself to use some acrylic beads, but for the most part it's wood and glass beads. This bracelet right here, actually this bracelet was made by my mother when she was visiting the last time, and I absolutely love it because I love mimicking the colors of silver and like antique gold on the glass beads, so it can pair easily with like your real gold jewelry or something more elevated that you already have, so it can mix and match. That is the goal. I don't necessarily like kind of like toy looking, like too many colors and too many plastic on my jewelry. That's not the vibe. I just want to make sure that they can easily be integrated with my silver and my white gold and my gold jewelry, and that's the goal that I want also for my clients. And so you can check all that out. I don't have a lot of them done because I am like little by little just making pieces by hand. It really takes a lot of time to put your stuff together. What I want to bring to the clients, like, you know, the scrunchies, it takes time. Right now I have the tan ones. I have a couple of those. A few of them already sold. I had like 3 black ones, and one of my clients, she ended up getting it for her, the big one for herself and the smaller ones for her daughters, and so that was really nice. That was my first sale for scrunchies, but the goal is to have the neutral ones available at all times for you guys here in case you want to get them. But everything takes time, so usually when I have a few extra hours towards the end of the week, that's when I start continue to create items from scratch. Accessories is my weakness, literally, because when it comes to clothing, you already know I am very simple and I use the same style. It's just that I'm pretty good about mixing and matching, so it looks like different outfits. But for me, it's all about the composition, it's all about the materials, and keeping it simple. But when it comes to the accessories, like, you can never have too many sunglasses, you can never have too many bags, you can never have too many shoes. That is my weakness. And even though I try to keep it together when it comes to, okay, let's just keep it together. You don't need 100 pair of shoes. But what if we do? What if we do? Not about the whole overconsumption at all. It has to make sense for your budget, for your closet, for your life. They have to be practical, comfortable, beautiful, and something that at the end of the day makes you happy and confident and that girl. And we don't need to be spending a lot of money to feel and look that way. The fact that something is designer and thousands of dollars, it does not mean that it's good quality at the end of the day. Go ahead and dive into the YouTube situation to see how these expensive luxury items are actually made. It's all made in the same place. So just do your research. To me, it's about keeping it reasonably priced along with the quality. For the most part, most of the stuff that I carry here, they are very good quality for the price because I know how to pick stuff that makes sense. I pay attention to the thread, the quality of the stitching. Can you throw this? I have washed this top on the washer, not even a fancy washer and dryer. I have a regular washer and dryer, and I have thrown this in there so many times and it's still standing. I made this top, I don't know, like a year ago, and it's like I made it yesterday. And that's what I am talking about. These are the things that we need to be paying attention nowadays, is reasonably priced, but the quality. Let's go ahead and do that. Nothing against the Gucci and the Chanelis and the Prada, because let me tell you, Chanel and Prada, you know what I'm saying? Something about it. I don't have anything Chanel or Prada yet, but those are like my two brands that I salivate all over it because it feels very luxurious. But those are like things that I don't know, it's like I don't lose sleep if I will never get there, because I see them as how can you say it, like when I hit a milestone and I take myself out to dinner, like that's how I see those things. It's like a reward. It's not something that I have to have right now. There are other things in life, other priorities that are important, that bring as much joy as if I were to get a Chanel bag, you know. Just to clarify, it's not that I'm against it. When it's the time for me to get one of those items, I will get them because I do want to have a Chanel bag, and I am a sucker for Prada. I love Prada so much. I love the logo. I love the shape of the logo. I love their accessories. You know, I don't love everything. It's just like what I like. I know what I like from these brands. Just want to remind you, you can find all of these in my website, shopalphonsina.com, and also now I have divided my websites for handmade goods and services into two different websites. So most of the scrunchies and the sunglasses and the handmade goods and the bags are going to be on my ladosimple.com. Before, I was doing that website just for like my handmade pillow covers and like my handmade art. I just wanted to like keep the accessories on one website and the services on the other one, and that is what I did, and I love it, and it's working to perfection. Everything is integrated. From my shopalphonsina.com, you're gonna see on top gift or shop gift and things like that, and it's gonna take you straight to ladosimple.com website. Another thing that I want to cover in these styling videos is like the person of interest. I have so many people that I admire. Let it be people that I know in person, people that I have never met, that is just kind of like celebrities and social media and things like that. But when I agree with the way that they are, the way that they conduct their businesses, I go all in. I absolutely love getting inspiration from women in business because it is very hard to run a small business. Imagine an entire empire with like employees and all these legalities behind everything, and you're still showing up like it's easy. When someone makes something looks easy, it's because there is decades of experience behind it, and that is something that I respect tremendously. The person of interest this month is Emma Grede. She is just, oh my god, I'm just obsessed with this woman. She is amazing. I'm not gonna give too much detail right now because there is so much to say about her, but I just want to share a few of the looks that I really enjoy and that matches the minimalist aesthetic that I have in my fashion studio. So just to give you some suggestions and some styling ideas from people that I admire and that are doing big things in life, so you can see how you can get inspiration from them with the styling of my aesthetic as a designer, which is minimal, neutrals, and things like that. I'm going to be showing a few photos of some of my favorite looks that she has worn for all the stuff that this lady is doing. In case you don't know about her, she is the face behind Good American, which is the jeans denim line. I believe it's done by Khloe Kardashian, and it's just all about inclusivity and including all body types for that line. I have already altered a few Good Americans, mainly for the length. I have not touched one Good American in the waist or the hips because their mission is to fit body types. Like every woman can go and find a jean that will fit their shape, and that is so amazing to me because I still don't understand how there are so many manufacturers with all the equipment and the tools and everything necessary to make every single size on earth, and they still choose to keep it limited. Their mission is to have every size available, so any woman that walks in one of those stores for the Good American can have a pair of denim that makes them feel good, makes them feel beautiful and confident. And that is something that I believe in so much, 100%. The only thing that I have done for the Good American denims that have come to my studio for alterations is the length. Because obviously, you know, there is very little control when it comes to the length for women because I'm petite, I'm 5'2.5", and yeah, I'm claiming the half. And yeah, sometimes I can go to one brand and it's perfect, and then in another brand I'm 2 inches too long. She's kind of like the face of the Kardashian empire, and she's also behind the Skims with Kim Kardashian, but you can go ahead and look it up. I'm gonna leave the links below so you can check her out. I am truly obsessed with her. She has her own podcast. It's called Aspire with Emma Grede, and every Tuesday she has a brand new podcast. Let it be interviewing people in the industry, especially again women in business. And it's just like a source of inspiration and knowledge for free. Like it's crazy how much knowledge you can get from this woman on being real, that running a business is not easy, but you can do it. You definitely can. It's just like, just keep pushing forward, believe in yourself, and you know, the critics or whatever, just take whatever works for you, but don't let that stop you because not everybody has what it takes to move things forward when it comes to business. If it was that easy, everybody would have done it. She also does solo podcasts, and I love those. Those are actually my favorites when she goes alone, saying what she have learned and the things that she had to go through and overcome in order to be in the position that she's at. She also has a beautiful family. with her husband. I don't remember. She interviewed her husband in her podcast, and it was such a beautiful interview, because he suffers from anxiety, and he is also a big boss, big boss. When it comes to the Kardashian people, he is the one that works hand in hand with Kim Kardashian for the Skims brand. And basically, in that interview, he said that his anxiety is kind of like his superpower, because I don't know, just go and check it out. It's like he uses his anxiety as the tool to like keep moving forward. Like, yeah, the fears are gonna be there, but it's like, why are you gonna stop because of that? Because you're still gonna be anxious whether you do it or don't do it. And that is something fascinating, because we all have some kind of, that maybe sometimes we don't feel like we are prepared for certain things, and but we just do it, whether you sound nervous, whether you feel uncomfortable because it's not your comfort zone. That is something I struggle with. It's like sometimes I feel like, oh my god, I feel like I'm in not in my fashion thing, like this I know, but I have been in other scenarios that either myself or others make me feel like I'm not equipped to do certain things, and I know I am. It's just like, well, maybe I'm not. And it's like, no, let me show you. I'm gonna do it no matter what. And when you listen to things like that and get inspiration from people that have done the big things and they still have the same feelings, that you have, the same anxieties, the same doubts, the same limitations sometimes, and they still do it, that means that we are all on the same boat when it comes to that. You just gotta be fearless and just hope for the best, as long as you're doing the steps necessary to make it a win. And even if it's not a win, then you can learn the lessons from trying, and then take those lessons for the next adventure. Just know that I'm saying everything that I can remember of her right now, but I am going to keep talking about Emma Grede for a long time. So you're probably going to see her name here as the person of interest in many occasions, because I truly, truly admire her. And it will be a dream for me to see her in person or meet her in person at some point. Who knows, like maybe interview her in my wildest dreams, because she is just that girl, and she is gorgeous, the hair, the skin, the everything. Her London accent is amazing. And yeah, so you're gonna hear about Emma Grede a lot in my styling person of interest session. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, because as you can probably already tell, on my website I have changed the dynamic, like my shop Alphonsina, my Lado Simple, 2 different websites for the 2 different things that I do for my small business. And now I'm doing the styling and recommendations. It's becoming more educational, and I am enjoying it. I really hope that you enjoy what I'm doing here. If you have any questions about accessories or outfits or whatever, just hit me up, send me an email, a text, a message, whatever, and we can talk about it. So anyway, I'm gonna leave those links below and the photos as well, so you can check out some of my favorite outfits that she have worn with the minimal aesthetic that I offer in my fashion studio. That is it for now, and I will see you on the next one.